I might just do a cardboard cutout of myself, and then I can be there all the time. Sorry, Xbox guys, but
Xbox Series X.
we just got more games. Boom, boom, ching, boom, ching, boom.
Beyond the Desk, it's week 4, and we've got Tony Hall from Division 6, and no relation.
Except brothers.
We're not brothers.
We're not
Contrary
brothers.
to a few Facebook pages that seem to think that we are related, we're not related. So Tony, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. We just want the viewers to know at home that we share nothing.
We shared the same last name.
except the earth that we're standing on.
The earth that we're standing, we're in Riverdale Park, right here in Meadowbrook, heart of Division 6, I guess.
I don't think it's the heart of Division 6. It's probably more towards the top shoulder or lower calf of Division 6.
Depends which way you lie.
which way
It's a
of
massive
Division 6
space though.
It's beautiful. We've got a running track here. We've got a dog park here. It's one of the few dog parks that people don't complain about. We've
So
got
if you're in the local area and want to complain about it.
We've got a beautiful playground that the kids want me to update soon, but it looks space age to me. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to update it beyond that. But no, it's a beautiful park and it's a great open space. And if you listen, it's quiet out here. You know, it's not like in those parks in Division 5 when you're hearing all the traffic.
Take that, John Raven. Shots fired at John Raven to start the video. Now, mate, let's talk about you, your background. You were a real estate agent sort of immediately before running for council.
Well, how far back do you want to go?
I want to talk about the most interesting. I didn't say the only thing interesting about you. The most interesting thing about Tony Hall's background is that you were a carny.
I was showman, and I grew up in the circus.
Performer.
So my family side were the circus people, and my father's side were more the showmen. And we kind of, mum and dad kind of come together. And
that's how you were born.
Yeah, and that's how I was born. And so I spent my younger years travelling around the circus and driving trucks while everyone else was going to school and being educated and having a life.
Do you know any circus tricks though?
Look, I'm one of those performers that is useless without his apparatus, so I'd need a trapeze.
I wasn't going to make you do anything, but I have on a good authority being yourself that you were in the trapeze, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was training at Burton's on the trapeze, but I used to do an act on the straps, so I called the straps or silks.
Isn't that normally women?
Yeah, but I did a very manly kind of Roman ring style version of it. But before that, I was a clown with my dad. So it's kind of, my life's kind of come full circle because I started in the circus ring, went around, ran into the government, into real estate, and then back into the circus ring again here at Leganton.
Wow. Now, what on your current job?
Yep.
Why did you want to run for council?
Okay, well, it came an odd way about. My father, whose name was Warren Anthony Hall, had a good mate who was at the council, and obviously when you've got a friend who does something and you think you can do it better, you want to have a crack. So Dad always had an interest of running for council himself. So you know, Dad was buying trailers and setting himself up to run at the next election. But unfortunately he got pretty sick with cancer, and in the late stages asked if I'd run in his place, and I was like, well Dad, I don't know how I'll go, you know, I work in real estate agents aren't probably popular in council. And he said, no, just give it a go. He said, I've got a foolproof system, which wasn't entirely foolproof, but I kind of basically just swapped his image for my image, and you know, changed a lot of the marketing around and ran in his place. Unfortunately, he passed away before the election was called, so he didn't get to see the results. But it's pretty important to me, you know, what I do in this job, because I kind of feel like I'm carrying the torch for him with some of these things, and I get a bit emotional when I talk about it.
Hey, we're here to find the real person.
But yeah, it was kind of, you know, it started off as his dream, and then, you know, it was very interesting always going into the hospital and talking to him about, and kind of I feel like I'm carrying the torch for him in that way, and you know, a lot of the things that he wanted to do, I've been able to do. He actually wanted to run in Division 2, so Teresa Lanes, and a lot of reason for that was he was a big train man and he loved the little train society over there. But I decided to run Division 6, which is where I was living in Loganley.
Probably the best place in all of Logan.
Oh yeah.
I also live in Division 6, so maybe biased, but
yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like Division 6 is kind of like the one of those weird kind of parts of the world. You know, in America, you've got where's Anne Rice and all the Interview with a Vampire being shot? Is it like Illinois? Illinois?
Tell us in the comments below if you're a big Interview with a Vampire fan.
Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, it's got that weird vibe, and I think Division 6 is a lot like that. Like, there's no.
So you're saying that the residents of Division 6 are weird?
No, I'm saying we're probably the most.
This is not meant to be a hard-hitting interview. He's setting up for questions.
Well, you know, they're probably definitely weird if they voted me in, but no, they're great. I mean, it is probably the most diverse demographic of all the divisions. You know, the people who live in Meadowbrook are totally different from the people who live in Eden's Landing or Bethania, and then again you got the people who live in Homeview.
They're good people. Not that I want to give away where I live.
Who just want yellow lines everywhere. But for good reason.
We want you to put them in the right spot. Now, on the camera, whose idea was to put life-size cardboard cutouts of Tony Hall all around the place?
My idea. No, well, what happened back in real estate, there was this beautiful lady named Nairi Ewing, and she always used to have
Nairi.
she always used to have this cardboard cutout of, I think it was Shannon Tatum, and she used to do some Facebook posts, and she'd have Shannon there, you know, standing next to her in front of the opener, and people would be like, oh wow, you know, Shannon Tatum's at your open home, but it's just a cardboard cutout. And during the last election, candidates weren't allowed to be on site because of the COVID restrictions.
Yes.
And you know, me think tanking was like, well, how can I be there but not be there? So I thought, well, I might just do a cardboard cutout of myself, and then I could be there all the time. And it was funny because
That's why I carry a cardboard cutout of my director, Jacob Davis, everywhere I go.
It was very funny because I had a call from one of the officials, one of the people that check, and they said,
the Electoral Commission?
Yeah, Electoral Commission. They're saying, Tony, there's been a report that you're on site, you're standing at the front gate of one of the election places. And I said, look, run outside and go have a look. And he went outside and he had a look and saw my cardboard cut, and it was just like, went back in. So I think I fooled a few people, just me standing there like that.
So the mannequin challenge for elections. All right, we'll skip right into our fast 5 questions.
Oh yeah, okay.
Now you got to actually one of our sister companies here at My Newsfeed is Rebel FM. You got to come to our studio, and I say you paid for advertising.
Yeah.
And
thanks for that.
That's where we came to light that you're a big rock fan, and we can see that with your shirt, with your Pantera shirt today. Who are your like bands that you're big into?
Well, obviously,
That's a horribly spoken question.
From my generation, we had this thing that was kind of called groove metal, which is like Metallica, Sepultura. Do you say Sepultura or Sepultura?
I say Sepultura, but
Sepultura, okay. And you remember Korn?
Yeah.
And
we've got a signed Korn guitar in the office.
The boom, 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 ching, boom, ching, boom. So I was
ringtone. If you want that sound, email us.
Boom, ching, boom, boom, boom. Every song had that. Yeah, and you know, like obviously Metallica was very big when I was young. And you know, we're just coming out of the generation that was right into Guns N' Roses and all that. So it was kind of us representing, and I was a bit too late on the glam rock kind of thing, you know. Bit of White Snake.
Nothing wrong with a bit of White Snake. Our director has the right hair to be in White Snake.
You know, I was into 9 Inch Nails and some of the alternative stuff. Head PE.
You've done a lot of videos actually wearing a 9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails, yeah, got to represent. They're like, I think the 9 Inch Nails greatest hits. It was just like 2 songs on an album. Like isn't it weird that every Trent Reznor song sounds like the same other Trent Reznor song if you go through it and listen? Anyway, I'm going off track. And more recently, I guess Venga Boys, they're pretty cool.
The Venga, this is coming, and everybody.
If we could put Venga Boys on Rebel FM, that'd be cool.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm getting this from the producer.
Now, what are your favourite things to get up to when you're not working?
Yep.
Which I know you, contrary to some people in Facebook groups' belief about every counsellor, they do work incredibly hard.
That's right.
So how do you fill your Tony time?
Okay, well, I've got my Corvette over there, which I work a fair bit on the weekends. That kind of takes a lot of my time. Maybe you can get a shot of me driving away on it, and I won't do a burnout, I promise. And look, I'm like most blokes, so I spend most of my time playing video games in my downtime. So I'm PlayStation 5 crowd. Okay, sorry Xbox guys, but
Xbox Series X.
We just got more games, better games.
You just don't. It's just facts.
And we
Series
can
X is a
change. We
better
can change
console.
our hard drives now, so we can like put all our games on our space.
External hard drives. I mean, this is not an issue.
Types of games. Look, people from my generation, we just played Doom. That's all we ever played when we were young, and Command and Conquer. That's the stuff that we kind of liked. We weren't really into the Japanese RPGs until Final Fantasy VII came out, and then that was like my life for a while. At the circus was like I was performing, and then I was just playing Final Fantasy VII, and that was kind of me, and nothing else. So yeah, I also like board games. Like not a lot of people know that, but don't mind the old dice roll, and you know, like +6 hit points.
There you go. Bit of Dungeons and Dragons for your.
I keep asking him, you know, come over and play Dungeons and Dragons with me.
And it's not going to happen.
And I'll set up like a chaotic neutral character for you, and you can do whatever the hell you want.
I do that. That's my normal life. You're also the fast five's just going to be like 3 questions because there's nothing fast about this. You are a big Batman fan.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say he's the tattoo on the finger, right there. There we go.
There we go. Lots
Who
of people
needs a
say,
wedding ring when
what
you've
the
got-
hell's on your finger? And I probably shouldn't tell you the story behind it because
It's a divorce story.
yeah,
is
well, no, it involves women, and and it's like my least knowledgeable subject, I guess. Yeah.
it? There you go. Big Batman fan. Batman video games. Apparently Dungeons and Dragons. The carnival, metal music. That is the man beyond the desk of Tony Hall. One last one. Let's finish on like a professional. What's your favourite thing? Because I spoke to you when you first got into council. What's your favourite thing that you've achieved so far in your time at council?
Okay. All right. Well, probably a massive thing for me is there's so many things I could go on about.
Let's pick one that won't take 7 minutes.
Well, one of the biggest promises I made to the community was to make it safer. You know, and I've been able to do that with, you know, the anti-hooning task force, also with the installation of many of the cameras, and these cameras were set up with the Queensland Police, and also with my footpathing program, which is fixing up all the wrecked footpaths that we have around Division 6.
Especially around the hospital as well.
That's
which
right.
has
Yeah.
always been a big problem.
I'm a massive NDIS supporter, so people who are mobility impaired, I believe they should have the right to get connected to public transport. So I believe the footpath should be, you know, in the order that they can use it, and you know, they should be able to travel and commute to shops as well.
There you go. That is this week's Beyond the Desk with Tony Hall, no relation of Division 6. We will see you all next week when we're with someone else.
See you later.